Welcome to Lindblad Expeditions, National Geographic, as we explore Southeast Alaska aboard the beautiful National Geographic Quest. Picture this: millions upon millions of acres of huge trees, temperate rainforest, deep fjords, booming waterfalls, steep mountain peaks, fascinating amounts of wildlife, glistening glaciers, and some of the rarest types of flora and fauna in the world. It's unlike anywhere else on this planet, and we get to explore it on land and by water. We're excited to be here and share this remarkable journey with you. Welcome to Southeast Alaska.
We are heading towards Lake Eva in the Tongass National Forest. It's going to be a great place to go check out some salmon streams, get our first introduction to the forest here, and enjoy some amazing nature. We're going to be cruising around through this trail through the beautiful forest here. We have western hemlock, we'll have Sitka spruce. The berries are going nuts right now. It's going to be a great time out here. We're here in Petersburg, Alaska, the town that fish built. Super important commercial fishing industry town, and one of the most interesting places in the state, in my opinion. Tons of fishing boats out here right now. We got salmon boats, salmon trollers, we got purse seiners, gill netters, all going for that coveted delicious fishes. We've had harbor tours looking at all the fishing boats. We've had flight seeing tours over the LeConte Glacier. We've had bike tours in town. We've had hiking tours through the muskeg. Exploring all kinds of things that the area has to offer.
Tracy Arm is one of the most spectacular places that we could imagine. It's amazing, and today we hit it on a beautiful blue sky day. It's a glacially carved fjord, and it's just filled full of icebergs that have been calved off the face of the South Sawyer Glacier. So South Sawyer Glacier comes down from the Stikine ice field. It's probably about 3/4 of a mile wide and at least 200 feet tall. And it is a tidewater glacier that calves amazing icebergs off into the sea. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, get that! Coming back!
Oh no! Where's that boat?
This morning we got to witness a unique event. We saw what's called a shooter, where ice from underneath the waterline breaks free, and since it's buoyant, it comes shooting up through the surface. And this particular shooter was just huge, massive, and the deepest blue you can imagine. And it kind of came up and it rolled over to its side and exposed that blue portion, and it was just incredible. Then this massive rolling wave just started to move away from the face of the glacier. We all kind of turned our sterns towards it and moved it away so we could ride that wave that was produced by that shooter.
Here comes a wave.
Oh, wow, that was insane.
Look at that glacial ice there.
Are we not the luckiest
Look, oh
people
my
in the
God.
world?
Oh my God.
Nathan, did you get that?
I did.
Yes, yes, yes. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
that so was happy so
gnarly. Look at that. Look at that. And watch as this wave moves right over the
Today we are on Chichikov Island, which is one of the ABC islands here in Southeast Alaska. So it's an island where we have a lot of brown bear, and specifically we are at Iking Cove today, and we're excited to explore this beautiful area. Today we have people going on exploratory bushwhacks, so they will be trekking through the forest and exploring paths that have been unknown. And then we will also have people specifically checking out the intertidal areas and intertidal pools that you see behind us. Oh gosh, tide pools get me so excited. It's like treasure hunting, you know, you never know what you're going to find. You can see something one time in one area and never see it again. We typically find sea stars that come in all sorts of colors and variations. We'll probably find some kelp and hopefully a couple other unique creatures that make these tide pools their home. So in some of the tide pools, we were able to find some gunnels. They are fish, but they actually look like mini eels. They're really cool to find. We have a couple different species up here, and they utilize the intertidal zone prior to making their way out to the open ocean when they're slightly bigger. These guys are really cool. They come in different colorations, different patterns, and they're really wiggly, so they're fun to find for the kids. This afternoon, we will be going to Pavlov Harbor, and hopefully we'll be able to view some brown bear eating the salmon that are coming in and starting to make their way up through the freshwater streams for their spawning aggregations. And so we're really excited to have the opportunity to possibly view some of them in their natural habitat. So we're on Chichikov Island. It's one of the ABC islands here in Southeast Alaska. You have Admiralty, Baranof, and Chichikov. And the bears found specifically on this island are brown bear only. They're really unique. It is thought that part of their DNA come from polar bears, and that is from when we used to be covered with glaciers. And so polar bears were able to colonize this area, and when the glaciers receded, they were left here. So they have about 6% DNA from female polar bears in their system and about 1% from male polar bears. So they tend to be a little bigger than your average brown bear. We also do not have black bear here on the ABC Islands, so it's pretty cool. We have the salmon running right now. They're in season, and so hopefully we'll be able to see some in the forest and on the trail system today.
Gosh, I think we counted 8 bears in the end, including one mom with 2 little bitty teeny cubs of the year, another mom with a cub that was probably a year and a half old. In the end, a huge boar that really ruled the roost. And it was exciting seeing the different bears coming and going, and you could see the hierarchy. When a subadult came in, He was driven off by the mom with little cubs, but when the big male, the old male came in, even the mom with cubs took off into the woods and gave us a little scare. We had to do a quick evacuation to get people off the beach to keep everybody safe.
We are in the Indian Islands. We're in the intersection of the Pacific Ocean and the Inside Passage. It's super dynamic. There's a bunch of fish around, like rockfish. We've seen some stellar sea lions eating salmon. There's some stellar sea lions eating halibut. We've seen eagles eating rockfish. There's gulls eating baitfish. Everything's eating everything. It's super fun.
Good job. That sounds good.
We are at George Island. After George, it's open water all the way to Japan, I guess, really. This little place has a World War II gun placement here that was there because, of course, the Japanese did invade the Aleutians and captured an island. So a lot of people hiked out to that gun. Other people kayaked around the little coves and nooks and crannies where the otters are playing in the kelp. I went on a bushwhack and a band of intrepid explorers. We went up one peak and down another, up one peak and down another. In fact, I'm looking back here off my left shoulder at a peak that we summited on that, one of several peaks we summited on that bushwhack, where we were looking down at the kayakers here at the swim beach, where in just a little while everybody's going to run into the water and say they've been swimming in Alaska. It's been a great day.
We are here today in beautiful Glacier Bay National Park.
What's special about Glacier Bay National Park is it's a beautiful example of just the power of nature and how glaciers so clearly developed and created the landscape that we see today.